Maxwell, you better go in and draw the other half of my head,
Yeah.
like with
I
a
want you
pen.
to. I want to receive a
I'm
hand-drawn
like,
mat
all of
face.
them?
No, that's why I said you should just, you know what you need to do is like, do you have a printer at home? You have a printer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to like print out, like cut out just that top of his head like a bunch of times on a piece of paper,
And
print
space
it,
them and
and
space them all
then
right.
cut them out and
Oh, and glue them.
have Sylvia cut them out. Scissor practice.
Oh my God, it's tiny. It's like the
I know.
size of
It's like a
Silas'
fingernail.
pinky fingernail. Silas,
Yeah.
a 1-year-old. Pinky
Just draw,
fingernail.
then just go with a pen and do like two dots for the eyes and like some eyebrows.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
It's so bad. I feel so bad, but actually, I don't know. I mean,
No, don't feel bad.
okay,
It's okay.
it's okay. Now maybe Sylvia
Yeah.
will help me and we'll just make it a funny and
Yeah. You can, yeah, you can make it
and we'll
funny.
move on.
Everyone will think it's funny because that just happens.
Yeah. The
So
one time.
the one time.
The one time mom makes a mistake, everyone gets to see it. Welcome back, everyone, to Survivor Thoughts. I'm Gina.
And I'm Lisa. And you guys, we finally made it to episode 14, the finale, part one.
Oh my gosh, can you believe it? It's here already.
We're going to break down all the moves, the missteps, the moments that have gotten us to this point, and of course, share our predictions for how it's all going to shake out.
Let's get into our Survivor Thoughts.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we come in and guess who's freaking out?
Sue, as always, I want to rip his head
So,
off his shoulders. She's
yep,
crazy.
I know. She's just like, I freaking can't stand him.
Yeah.
She can't stand anyone. Honestly,
No.
she would probably like raise my anxiety if like I was on the island with her because I wouldn't know if like she was like liking me, like liked me
Yeah, or
or didn't
she's
like
like
me.
pissed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then um then we have Andy and we go straight to Andy. Well, it starts with Sue being all mad at Andy
Hmm.
because he freaking flipped and she wants to rip his head off. And then it goes into the three Operation Italy people. And
Yeah.
it's Andy, Sue, or not Sue, Andy, Sam, and Genevieve. And
And
they're so happy. And Genevieve tells Andy that if anyone asks, that's all his move, all his move. That's all you, dude. And then and then Teeny comes
yeah,
over and like she has to ask what the hell happened and they just make it look like an accident. Can you believe that? And
yeah.
Teeny literally believes them.
I know. Teeny, she kind of believes anything. And I think she was just really excited to be like brought in
Hmm.
on this secret group. So she's
Yeah.
just like eating it
Teeny
up.
really likes to know. She likes to be in the know of everything.
Hmm.
So I
Hmm.
think she would
Yeah.
have been happy with any type of answer from them and wouldn't really question anything because she doesn't
Hmm.
really question a whole lot. Remember when Genevieve and her like she found the idol and was like, well, where's the note? And Genevieve's like, oh,
Uh-huh.
it's so for I buried
Yeah.
it. And that was it. She didn't even say like, hey, let me see that note. Like she still
Right.
thinks it's real. Like, where's the note
Right.
now? She'd be like, where's the note? Like, where's your idol? You didn't use your idol. She didn't say
Hmm.
anything. I don't know. It's weird. She doesn't like actually go up to Genevieve until the end of this episode.
Right. Because then she starts, I think it wasn't until she told Sue and Rachel about Genevieve's potentially fake idol that she started to wonder if it was fake because they were like, well, what if it's not real? She
Yeah.
was like, oh, so
Yeah, I know. She just believes it. Like
mhm.
she doesn't
Yeah.
have any like critical thinking. It's just like, oh, that has to be right. Yeah.
Hmm.
So honestly, Teeny, she hasn't done hardly anything in this game. She's just been kind of like everyone's best friend, kind of like
Hmm.
Sue. I think her and Sue kind of have a similar game, but I think Sue actually she found an idol. She still has the idol. She's not telling anyone about the idol. I think Sue's a better player than Teeny at this point. What do you think about Teeny's game right now?
Yeah,
Can
Teeny's game is just kind of chaotic. I don't know that I would say Sue is a better player than her because I think they
Mhm.
both suck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think that Sue does a little more critical thinking than Teeny.
You think, yeah, exactly. Sue definitely is
But not
thinking.
much.
Like Teeny just
Hmm.
doesn't seem like she's like actually thinking about her game or actually
Right.
like she's playing like a real social game, like the piggyback game, like
Hmm.
piggybacking on everyone's critical thinking skills. That's what I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. It's true.
So she's just caught in this lie. She's just kind of there. She's just being played by everyone.
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, that's what
Sad
I
but true.
think. But then we have Rachel
I was really
spying.
impressed with this because this,
Yeah.
I feel like this was more of a thing in the older seasons. Like,
Hmm.
people would sneak up on people and listen or whatever. So
Yeah.
it was kind of fun to see that. And I was impressed that she got so close and they didn't never heard anything. And
I know she is
um,
so close to them.
I
Like
know.
she
And
could,
then, but I was thinking like maybe they just disregard little noises that they hear because there's so many crew around that
that's what
they're
I think.
probably
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. And
Because
it's, I
it would
guess
be hard
it's
to be that quiet.
pitch black out there.
Yeah. So,
So how they not run
yeah.
into that stick and trip every single time, who
Mhm.
knows?
Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Teeny just spills all of Rachel's secrets to those three after
Hmm.
she's been with Rachel this whole time. Like
Yeah.
Teeny can't keep a secret for the life of her. I mean, you see
No.
her spilling secrets during the sanctuary part of this episode when Genevieve takes her to the sanctuary
Yeah.
and
Yeah. And
she's
she drinks
just,
too much and immediately she's like, Genevieve has an idol.
yep. And
She's
Sue
just
doesn't
like,
know about it. Yeah. And
right.
so, yeah. So she listens to Teeny spilling all her shit everywhere.
Hmm.
And Rachel and Sue begin to work together after this. After this, like it was like Sue, like this was right after Tribal. Like this was right after. So all three of the Italians go to the
Yeah.
beach and giggle their asses off, and then Teeny walks in and is like, "What the frick, you guys?" And then Rachel comes and spies on him. So it was just
Yeah.
Sue and Rachel at camp going, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" You
Yeah.
know.
Hmm.
So and then. Yeah, so then this happens. So then Rachel goes back and talks to Sue about working together and then Sue tells her about her idol. Remember, oh well, this was the challenge, but remember like the next morning, it's still dark. So the first like I don't know, like 20 minutes of this episode is all
Yeah.
like
It's
dark.
all, yeah. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
funny.
And then, dear, did you see Sue like get up in the morning and like almost fall? Like I thought Sue was, oh my gosh, she's gonna get taken out of the
Yes.
game.
Yeah. I thought she was about to fall into the fire.
Yes, me
Um,
too.
like that one guy boy back in the day. But
Hmm. Hmm.
but yeah, she was just a little teetery as she snuck out to look for idols. So
Yeah, and she was like, I'm gonna like I don't know why she was acting like that. She was acting like she was having like a fit. Oh, I'm gonna look around to help me dig around this
yeah.
well, and I'm
Oh, I
like,
know. Yeah, she was acting so weird. And Rachel was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "What is going on right
does
now?
she need
Like,
a Benadryl? Like, what is wrong with
why are they
her?
being so weird?" Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so that's when Rachel tells Sue about her idol. And
Hmm.
then Sue's like, well, I'm not
Which I
going to
don't know
tell
why
her
she did
about
that.
my idol because she's going to be the next to go. So I'm going to make
Hmm.
sure of that.
Yeah, I was really surprised that Rachel told her that just because Rachel is so like
Rachel was
calculated and
desperate. She already knew
yeah,
that these
that's
three
true.
or four people that were talking on the beach aren't on her side. So all she has is Sue.
Right.
And I think
And
she said something. What?
I do think it's funny that whenever people lately in the show are telling each other that they have an idol, they don't really show them.
Hmm.
Like they don't show the person, the idol.
Oh, yeah,
So
no.
everyone's just like, "Oh, great. I'm glad you have an idol." Oh, like everything's
Yeah, I
like word of
know.
mouth.
Yeah,
And
I know.
half
You
of
don't
it's not
ask Sue,
true.
like, let me see it, like how teeny was with Genevieve.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
heck? Yeah, that's true. Interesting. Anyway, so then we get to a challenge.
Yeah.
And this is finally a water challenge. And I purposely put this picture of Sue in to acknowledge her more clean face.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice,
And
nice.
Genevieve wins. She wins the
Yes.
immunity for this tribal and the reward, which is a sanctuary
Yeah.
night.
She did a great job on the puzzle because
Yeah.
usually, I mean, I mean, I don't know that she's really stood out as a puzzle person this season. Maybe she
Hmm.
hasn't had the opportunity because in the early days, like Rome, it was always monopolizing those puzzles. But
Hmm.
yeah, I thought that she did like really well because it was her and Rachel like neck and neck, and she
Yeah,
just flew
she
through
just pulled
it.
it
So,
through.
and Rachel's known for being the puzzle person. So,
Exactly. I know. I felt bad for Rachel because
yeah,
the thing with Rachel is like
yeah,
she always just thinks, ah, that was made for me. Oh, that was mine. I should have won
yeah,
it. It was my
yeah,
challenge to lose. I'm like, what do you think you are? You think okay, just chill out, lady. Like, okay, you lost.
yeah.
You can be humble. That's fine. But yeah, she does kick ass. I mean, I'm not saying she doesn't, but
Right. And I was
Genevieve,
excited to see more water action.
yeah, I
Kind of
was
me.
excited to see someone else, but Rachel win a challenge and immunity,
Yeah,
and
true.
um.
Right. Oh yeah, I was happy for Genevieve that she won, for
Yeah,
sure.
she definitely needed it. And then it kind
Yeah.
of gave the story of her fake idol a little bit more time to play out,
hmm
which
hmm
kind of, I don't know. At the end of this episode, when Genevieve gets voted out, it does kind of burn someone in the end.
hmm
We'll talk Teeny's
hmm
pissed. And and it's just funny to me. Like, because I like literally just watched the last tribal council and
Yeah.
Teeny just freaking throws her under the bus like no
hmm
one's business.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sanctuary.
The sanctuary where
Yeah.
Genevieve gets hella drunk on wine,
hmm
and this is
You
when
mean
she
Teeny?
tells, yeah, Teeny gets
Yeah.
hella drunk on wine and tells all of Genevieve's secrets to Sue. Yeah.
Yes.
But Genevieve is like, hey, you know what? Actually, her talking about it makes it more real to her,
hmm
to Sue.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's true.
mhm,
She handled that really well, Genevieve did. Like she was super
mhm,
like
cool about
cool
it.
about
She's been
it.
really cool about, like, she's really good at lying.
Yeah.
Really good at lying. It's scary.
Yeah. Well, she is a lawyer, so she's probably just good at like being cool under pressure and not and having like somewhat of a poker face.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah, that's true. I forget she's a lawyer.
I think that when Genevieve got to pick who she took to the sanctuary, I think that Sam them, well, at least like Andy, he looked kind of like confused.
Uh-huh.
But I do think that it was a good move for Genevieve to take Teeny and Sue because she's trying to win some favor with
Mm-hmm.
them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I thought that was
Well,
interesting.
Sam apparently was just so full from all the rewards that
Oh,
he's
right.
been
Yeah.
having. So
Yeah, he's
it would
stuffed.
have looked weird for her to take Sam.
It would,
No one
yeah.
takes Rachel. When was the last time she's been on a reward? The hot dog reward?
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a long time. But Rachel, I thought, did a good job at her crying on the beach because
Yeah.
she was talking to Sam and Andy and basically being like, well, I'm going home tonight. Like, I know it's me. I'm done. And she's like crying. And I don't know if she's just a good fake crier or if some of them were real tears from who knows what, but she played that really well.
Yeah. You know what's weird?
Very pathetic.
I
Mm.
know. But to me, like I was thinking, like, why doesn't the Gotta tribe work together? They've been together since day
I
one. They were
know.
on the very first tribe together. Doesn't
Right.
that mean anything? But none of them work together. Even Rachel and
Yeah.
Sam, they were working together, but they had to have Sierra and
Mhm.
Annika working. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like of all the Gata members, those three were never particularly close because they all kind of had their own. I
Well,
mean,
Andy is
Andy and
weird.
Rachel at the very beginning, but
I think Andy, yeah, I know, and them at the beginning.
right. But I think Rachel, even at the beginning, Rachel didn't really want to be tight with Andy the way Andy wanted to be tight with
I
her
know, because it
because she
was
saw him as
like,
a liability.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I
and
think that they don't have
well,
as much like tribe
camaraderie,
loyalty
yeah, and
as,
loyalty. As the blue tribe, the blue
maybe.
tribe was super loyal. I think,
Right, except Kyle and Sue, but yeah.
oh yeah, well, Kyle and Sue
But they
now.
were loyal, yeah. And I don't think, I mean, I genuinely like forgot that the three of them were on Gada at the beginning because they just don't, I don't know.
I
I
know they
just
don't
forgot
act
it.
like it, right?
But it is impressive to have that there's three of them left from the one tribe.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So yeah, Rachel's playing dead because she knows she won't go home because she has that
yeah.
idol and she does plan on playing it.
Hmm.
Uh-huh. But at this point, she wants Sam to go home.
Yeah.
It's only until Andy starts throwing his game around that she's like, "Oh, maybe you do need to go home."
Yeah. And I don't know if you have a slide about this. I don't want to jump ahead, but I was kind of shook. Yeah, because this whole conversation like killed me. I was like,
I know.
what is happening? Because yeah, Rachel's just straight to Andy's face, just being like, you just kind of suck. Like, I think
Yes.
everyone thinks you kind of suck. Everyone thinks you're a
Yes.
loser. Like, it was so like
Basically, yeah, like little brothered
brutal.
him. Like, actually, your game sucks, and
Yeah.
everyone on the jury thinks you're a nothing burger,
Yes.
basically.
Yes.
So, yeah.
It
And
was
then
so
I felt
funny.
so bad for Andy because Andy's like, mm-hmm, yeah, uh-huh. Like
Well,
almost cry. Like,
and I thought that Andy's response was gonna be like in his one-on-one to the camera was gonna be like, Rachel's a B. Why is she talking to me, like saying these things about me? But instead, he was like, apparently everyone thinks I'm a loser. So like that was really funny to
I
me. I
know
was
he
like, oh
doesn't
my
tell her off like
gosh.
he does to the cameras. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, Andy. Well, maybe I don't know, maybe he did, and that's why Rachel was like, no, you need to go, bro.
Well, what happens is whenever Andy decides that Rachel's going home,
Hmm.
he just tells her, remember, he's
Oh
like,
yeah, in the
you're going home
hammocks.
tonight, and it's
Hmm.
been really nice to meet you, and it's been really fun, but
I'm gonna
goodbye
say my
forever. Like,
goodbyes to her.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's so cocky. I'm like,
Uh-huh. And that's
I
when
was
I was like, oh shoot, he's going home because they never make someone look so cocky and then they stay.
right, right. Yeah, that was crazy. Like, I don't think I've ever seen someone before a vote just tell someone else, like, well, you know,
Nice
this was
knowing
nice,
ya.
but you're gone. Like it's never
Yeah.
that blunt.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was hilarious. But to be fair, it was equally as blunt as Rachel telling him how much he sucked. So,
Exactly. Oh, yeah, that's true. I know.
so that was
I
really
couldn't believe that. I
funny.
was like, damn, Rachel, I didn't know you were that mean.
Right. I know. It was
Yeah,
funny.
that was a good one. Well, she gets him at the
Yeah,
end, that's for sure,
she
because
does.
he goes home.
Yep. Yeah.
And
And
this one was like the quickest tribal ever.
yeah,
Like there was
it was
no
kind of like done and
like because
decided.
they
No
no
one
one
was
talked. Everyone knew Rachel was going, and Rachel just kind of let him. And then she played
right.
her idol, and then it was like, oh no.
Yes. Yeah. It was really well done, I thought.
And
And
you know who loved it the most?
who? Caroline.
Carol. Yeah, Caroline.
She was loving all of
It was
it.
like, fuck
She was
yeah.
like, she's the only one on the jury that's been like looking happy so far.
I know. Well, can you
So,
believe it? I mean, she's been like that the whole time.
yeah,
People will
yeah,
crush her in a game and she'll be like, "Good job. That was so
yeah,
epic."
yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
All right. So yeah,
Yeah,
then Andy's gone. Then
yeah,
we move into the Rachel versus Genevieve. Rachel versus
yeah,
Genevieve when they come back. So they come back and it's all dark, right?
mhm,
And they're putting logs in the fire, and it's just Genevieve and Rachel like talking to each other, like, you're so good at this game. No, you're so good
mhm.
at this game. You're gonna win this game. No, you're gonna win this game. Like they're
Yeah,
both like pumping each other up, and like in another scene, we see that Kyle, or not Kyle, but Sam and Sue and Teeny all talk like without those two, and
mhm,
they're like, "What the heck? Why are they talking like
yeah,
they're the only ones playing this game?
yeah,
We're playing this game too." And Sue's like, "There's three
right,
other people here. You don't think we could win?"
yeah,
Like it was so because they
yeah.
were. It was like a silly little like they were around the fire. Do you remember that?
Right. Yeah. And I mean, I kind of liked that scene because, I liked that Rachel and Genevieve were just like honest about the fact that they are trying to get each other out and they are each other's biggest rivals. I don't
Yeah.
think they were necessarily saying like we're the biggest threats in this game. I think they were just saying we are each other's biggest threat and our
Yeah, I
biggest, you know
know.
what I mean?
But when
So,
all these other people that are they just come back
right.
from tribal like and they're just like
Sure.
just to themselves, I can just
Yes.
imagine it like
So funny.
okay, I'm gonna put my torch over here because I'm still alive in
Yeah.
this game and
But
go
to be fair, like Genevieve has orchestrated a lot of blindsides and Rachel, you know, totally pulled one over everyone's eyes on that night. So,
The same.
it's
Yeah.
not like they're
No.
boasting for no reason, but
No, they're not. They're not. I don't
it's not like
disagree.
Sue
I
can
think that
boast
they
about
both
anything.
have really good games, but they're very similar. So it's like
Yeah.
only one of them can win in the
Mhm.
truth. And it's just funny how the other three took it.
Yes.
But yeah. Oh, and then Teeny asks Rachel where she found her idol.
Hmm.
Finally, like actually asked and then asked, well, oh no, and actually Teeny didn't even ask Genevieve about her idol again. It was Rachel
Yeah.
who had to ask, like, well, if I'm telling you where I got my idol, then Genevieve has to tell also her story about finding her idol.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then Rachel goes, okay, well, I found my idol at the auction in my fries.
Hmm.
And then Genevieve goes, "Oh yeah, so I found mine at the reward challenge underneath a slice of pizza."
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, what? Like, why
Okay,
would, yeah,
yeah. Genevieve,
that
it's
made me
called
laugh.
In the Dirt, like don't
Yeah.
make the same story.
Right.
So then we have this immunity challenge.
Yes. This one was good, I thought.
I
I
think
thought
this
it was
one,
funny that they had to dive under that sand just like kind of for no reason, but just to add like a little element of difficulty.
that's true. They
Probably just
started in
to,
the ocean, right? And they had to
yeah, and they
just
had to
They
come out
didn't
of the
even
ocean.
swim. They just
Right.
ran to
Right.
shore and had to dig underneath a thing and then just
Yeah.
go to this game.
Hmm.
That was it. So, yeah, what was the point of
I
that?
don't know. Maybe they wanted to like kind of tire them out physically from trying to do all that so that they're a little more unsteady on the bouncy thing. I don't know.
Maybe.
But I think I've seen this challenge before with the balancy thing. It's not new,
Hmm.
but it had been a long time since I'd seen it, and I didn't remember them having to stand on a bouncy
Like
platform.
a wobbly board.
Yeah.
Gosh, it was so
Yeah.
wobbly. Did you see Teeny that one? It's just like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah. She was like losing it.
Yeah.
But I thought it
I
was
think
really
it took
fun to
them
watch.
forever to do this.
I think so too. I think that they had to edit out a bunch of time because
Uh-huh.
I think people just kept falling. And even Genevieve's, she got completely to the top and and like she turned her back to grab the last thing and it fell over. So
I know. I
that
think
was
yeah,
crazy.
that happened to all of
And
them.
and it took Rachel a long time to place her final ball
Oh
because
my
she was like
gosh. It
trying to like correct it and she did a good job, but I was
Yeah, she
like,
did. I thought it was
"Mm."
gone because it
Yeah.
was sideways.
Yeah, it was.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So
hmm
I
It
was so
reminded me of
impressed
her
that
other challenge that she won, that one where they had to stack the immunity blocks and she
yeah,
was
yeah.
so slow.
Yes.
That's like her thing is like sloth speed.
Right. Well, and I think as soon as Genevieve's fell, then she just decided to take all the time in the world because no one else was even close and it was worth it.
Totally.
So that was really good.
Yeah. Really good challenge. Rachel
Hmm.
wins. Ta ta ta.
Yep.
So then we're back at camp. We have a final five. Rachel has immunity, and Sam is panicking because
Hmm.
Rachel wins immunity. And
Right.
he decides to kind of tell Teeny and that Genevieve's idol is fake. And that's when Teeny goes off the rail.
Right.
And that's when
And I
she,
think since Sam and Genevieve have been working together so much the last few episodes, like no one knew what to believe because they're like,
Mhm.
well, Sam and Genevieve might be trying to do something, and that's why they're saying this, or,
Yeah,
you know, they didn't know like no
they
one knew
didn't
what to
know.
believe until
Exactly. Yeah.
literally the last minute.
And then we have the Sue and, or not Sue, but the Genevieve and Teeny conversation where
Yeah.
Genevieve actually tells her that it is, yeah. And then it's like, still, no one knows. But
Yeah.
that's where Sam's game has to take a turn. And then we're at Tribal. So we're at Tribal at the very end, and Teeny is pissed at Genevieve. She's just like, you've been taking me up and down the emotional train, and I'm just
Hmm.
ready for you to be out of this game. Like,
Yeah.
no offense, but I don't know if your idol's real or not, but my vote's going on you. Sam is like, hey, listen, my vote's going on Genevieve, and I've already told you why, basically because her idol is fake. And
Mhm.
Sue and Rachel are the ones that need to be convincing, like, to put their votes on Genevieve,
Yeah.
or else it will be a tie. No, it won't be a tie. Yeah,
Hmm.
it will be a tie. Well, no, what would it be? Who were, oh, they were going to vote for Sam. But who was,
They
oh,
were gonna
okay.
vote.
So that would be, then Sam would have to go out.
Yeah.
So
And I think Sam, huh?
that's why Sam was pushing it so hard.
Yeah, because I think he knew that he was probably on the chopping block.
Yeah, it was either
Because
him or Genevieve.
right. So he did do a good job, I think,
Hmm.
of getting ahead of everything like at camp, telling Teeny about the idol. Like he did a good job. And Genevieve didn't really try. I felt like she didn't really try to like even put Sam under the bus. She just
No,
didn't
she couldn't.
even, you
There's
know, it was
nothing
kind
she
of
could
weird.
do. And they're not
Yeah,
gonna, and
so
it's like just so interesting because they're not gonna vote out Sue or Teeny. Why? Like they're not on the chopping block for some reason.
yeah, which they should be because they're just riding coattails. Like they're
Yeah, but
just
that's who you want to go to the end with.
that's true because then they
So
didn't really do
that's
anything.
why they're not on the chopping block. So it's like always
Yeah,
someone stupid has to win to the go to the end. It's
that's
not like
true.
three really good people because that's too risky for all of them if you're going to play this
Yeah.
game.
And at this point, I think if Rachel makes it to the final three, she's winning. Like no matter who's
No
there.
matter who.
Yeah.
You don't think, oh, well, okay. Well,
Because
Genevieve's gone. So
now
now we're final four,
right.
right?
And so, regardless of what other two people end up with her, if she goes at the
She's
end,
winning.
I think she would win because I don't
Yeah.
think anyone else is like as respected as her in terms of like their gameplay and,
Yeah.
you know, maybe
And how
Sam,
much she's
but not
actually
even Sam. He's not
won.
as likable. Yeah.
Well, Sam hasn't won shit. Well, an
No.
immunity.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I know. How does Sue win? Who does she have to take to the end? Can she win?
I mean, if she's at I think the only way she has a fighting chance is if Rachel isn't there with her. And it's just
Yeah.
her and
Can she
Sam and
win
Teeny.
against Teeny and Sam?
I don't think so.
I mean, she only has
Just
like,
because, like,
you think, I don't know,
maybe.
who would
I mean,
vote for
maybe
her?
people could be like, "Oh, you're old, you're ancient, you ancient crone.
Hmm.
Great job."
Yeah, no, I
No,
don't
I don't
know.
know.
I don't think she
But
has a chance.
yeah. And
Sam
no one
has a
has an idol now,
chance.
so
Sam has a chance if he takes obviously Teeny and against Teeny and Sue, I think.
yeah.
Teeny, I don't think Teeny has a game either. I think our winners are either Sam or Rachel
Yeah.
at this point, as far as I'm concerned. Because I don't see
Hmm.
people voting for Teeny.
Yeah. I don't either.
We'll see.
So
Oh, we'll
we'll see what
see.
happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
But once in this next episode, we'll find out in the first half of the next episode who is going to be in the final three. And then we can definitely probably guess.
Yeah, for sure. Well, actually, this is going to be the next episode is the last episode.
I know. I just mean like in the first half, we'll see the first tribal council, which
Oh,
will
that's
narrow
true.
down to
Yeah.
three.
Part
So,
one of part two of the part
yeah,
two-part finale.
yeah,
Gosh.
yeah. I know. I don't know why they
Gosh.
did that. I'm like, it's just like, just say that this is the finale. I don't know why there has to be a part one,
I
a
know. They're trying to
4 hour
milk
finale.
it. It feels like a milking
Yeah,
cow. Like you just want us to watch these stupid
right. I'm like,
commercials.
we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch the show, even if it's not
Yeah,
a finale. Just
I know.
don't
Just
drag it out. So, anyways.
Genevieve is gone. Bye, Genevieve. Sayonara. Honestly, thought she was going to be the winner at the beginning. I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I think maybe Genevieve could win. And then
Mhm.
you were like, ah, I hate her.
I know, and I know I didn't like her for like the whole show, but basically I do like her now, and I did like her in this last episode and like the one before that too.
Hmm.
So I was kind of bummed to see her go just because I don't know. I think it's because there's no one else left that I even like except like Rachel kind of. So yeah.
I know. I know. I know. I know. Rachel's the winner in my heart if she doesn't win this
Hmm.
anything.
Hmm.
So, ready for our sneak peek for next week?
Yeah.
Our finale. Gosh, what was I gonna say?
Yes.
Finale. Okay. Here we go.
It is a very big night for Survivor.
I want them to be sweating.
Take it in. This is what stands between you and $1 million.
I'm scared. I'm afraid of looking like an idiot.
This season is gonna come down to the wire.
I wouldn't have come out here and played if I didn't think I could win.
The finale of Survivor 47.
The Survivor season finale, CBS Wednesday, 8/7 Central, and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Okay, so next episode is the last, right? We got 4 people left.
Yeah.
Teeny, Rachel, Sam, and Sue.
Yeah.
All right, Sue's makeup tutorial. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Show you how to get my signature tsunami. Hey guys, it's Sue. I'm going to show you how to get my signature tsunami snatched cheeks the way I did it in the island.
I've had so many comments about my tsunami soot face. I decided I'm going to make you a tutorial. First, you're going to go and you're going to get ash from a fireplace or get dirt. Most importantly, put it in a Santa cup. We didn't have foundation out there, guys. It was all sunshine. So you're just going to have to contour where you want to contour. The soot doesn't spread easily, and as we all saw, it's hard to remove. So a little goes a long way. Check out how small of an amount I needed to get these cheekbones snatched. Then we do the finishing touches with the jawline, maybe a little on the forehead, and bam, your Survivor contouring.
I hope this clears things up and you can get the snatched tsunami look at home.
Well, yeah. And I am wondering now if the reason she just looked so dirty on the island is because she didn't have a mirror. So she was trying to do all these things without already knowing like what her face looked like. And
Probably a
she should have just,
combination of all of it. Of some days you're probably like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do this because we have tribal council, and then other days it just smears everywhere.
Right.
She does it again. Can't see anything. So
Yeah, well, at least she's like self-aware.
either that or this is just a whole big funny joke to her and it's just accidental and she's just responding to all of us who are like, oh my gosh, you're so dirty, Sue.
Yeah, true.
So
But
I liked it.
oh
It was
yeah,
a good
it's been
one. Good
fun.
find. Good find, Lisa. I liked it.
Thank you.
All right, so these are the deleted scenes of this last episode.
Genevieve, will you come talk to me?
Yes.
As close as I am with Genevieve, as good of a friend as she has been to me out here, and as much as I really do want to play the game with her, I feel like I have no other option. I gotta get Genevieve out tonight, and I feel a little bit of guilt and shame for telling Teeny about Genevieve and her fake idol. So you heard.
I did hear. I was surprised to hear,
I'm
but
sorry.
I did hear.
I just don't wanna... I don't know. I feel really bad. I gotta try to win the game, you know?
Totally. I wish there was a way for both of us to be here tomorrow, but I understand your position because if they think it's real, they'll put boats on you.
I genuinely feel bad. I feel worse about turning on Genevieve than anything else I've done in this game. This one hurts my heart.
You do not have to worry. Like,
If it
that
is-
is the best move for you. And if there wasn't like a reasonable chance of us both getting there, you have to do what is right for you.
When somebody bonds with you in this game and becomes a friend to you in this game, you don't want to burn them. And it's mainly because I know Genevieve's story out here. I know the sort of emotional roller coaster that she has been on. And I think I'm the first person that she has genuinely trusted in this game since the beginning. And I wanted to go to 4 and then make fire against you. And then be able to say, winner wins the $1 million, and I'm happy either way. But Rachel won't lose. I just want her to know that, like, I did want to play with her. I didn't want her to go tonight. I did want to go to 4. I would have loved to make fire against one another. But I can't have my friendship with Genevieve getting in the way of me having a legitimate chance to win the game.
All good.
Good game, you suck.
Good game, you suck.
Good game, you suck. So,
That was cute.
Yeah.
Thought that was sweet.
It was really cute. Was that the thing that you were talking about Sam getting emotional?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was a deleted scene.
Okay. So we've seen that.
Yeah. Crazy. Aw, does that make Sam cuter?
It kind of did, yeah. I
Yeah.
was like,
Is
oh,
he
that's
like
the
one of
first
those?
time he's really seemed to have like a heart.
Yeah,
Not
and
that
like
he's
you
been
actually get
heartless, but
to
just kind of
know
robot-y.
like him like kind of,
Yeah,
And
yeah.
is he one of those people who are cuter when they cry? Is that
Maybe so.
is that
That's
weird?
possible. No, that's not weird. I know what you mean. I'm trying to think of other people I know that are cuter when they cry. I'm not one of those people. I'm like, oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I thought that was sweet.
That was cool. All right, well, that kind of wraps up where we go,
Yeah.
but we have one more thing to do before we say goodbye to each other, Lisa. We have our predictions.
Yes.
And last time we said 2 people. We predicted 2 people. So last time I predicted that Sam and Genevieve were going to be going, and I was only right. Obviously only Genevieve left. And you thought Sam and Sue
Yeah, so I was wrong on
were.
both.
So,
I haven't been right about any of these. And honestly, for my next 2 predictions, well, I guess only one, right? Only one person.
Yeah. Well,
I don't
let's
know.
see. Well, we're predicting who's going home, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna predict Sam is going home only because I can see all the girls ganging up on him.
Okay, so for to go home,
Mhm,
would Lisa, you say Sam?
mhm.
Okay. And I'm gonna say, who do we have? We have 4. We have Teeny, Rachel, Sam, and Sue. Oh my God, I don't know.
There's another one. Careful.
I'm gonna say, shoot. Rachel and Sue are working together. Maybe they'll take out
Yeah.
Teeny.
Yeah.
I think Teeny is gonna
Okay.
go. And
I could see
now,
that.
yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. Now, well, who do you think is gonna be the winner out of all
I
4
think
of
Rachel
them?
is.
Okay, Rachel. I
Yeah.
think too. So we both our top picks, Rachel. Who do you think will win second place?
I think Sue or Sam if Sam makes it.
Okay, so your last pick is Teeny.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, yeah, mine's Rachel and maybe Sam second if they're together, which it looks like they might. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. Okay.
I don't know either.
I know, I'm excited. We're just excited for the next
Yeah.
episode of Survivor,
Yeah.
the last episode of 47.
I know. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Okay,
Gonna
well,
be
with
good.
that, I will say goodbye. And you survive out there, Lisa.
I'll try.
Don't you be staying up till 4 a.m. anymore, all right?
I won't. I promise.